Okay, so as you probably know, a few hours ago, I managed to beat 50-20 mode in Five Nights at Freddy's Ultimate Custom Night. It's been something that I've been working towards for almost 2 weeks now, and over 20 hours of streaming and 100 hours of gameplay. Before anything, I would like to thank DJ Stuff for all the tips, some of which I will be sharing in this video, and his kind messages after I beat it. Anyway, like I said, this will be a tutorial/compilation of everything I have learned while beating this. This will probably be quite a long video, but I really want to be thorough with everything, so let's get started. Also, as a disclaimer, it takes a lot of luck and will kill you through no fault of your own. This is the hardest part because it's so easy to just give up because it's so RNG based, but trust me, it is worth it for that moment when you beat it. So first of all, we will start off with the beginning of the night in 50-20 mode and how to get consistent at it. First thing you should know is that it takes a ton of muscle memory for some of it, but after a while it's not that bad. First of all, you want to turn on the power saver and turn off the fan. Also, as a side note, power saver will never use any power at all, so at the end of your night you want to use it more. Next, you want to spam the wet floor sign until it moves so Rockstar Chica will stay at the left side. Then flip onto the camera, set the audio low where I set it, and go to cam 8. While you're switching cameras, press F, or close the vent, and wait for a thud. If there isn't one after a bit, just close it. This is to stop BB or JJ, who will appear most of the time after you flip up your monitor. Then, when on cam 8, shut off the door that Mr. Hugs is on, and go to cam 7 and immediately flip down the monitor. A good habit to get used to is every time after you flip down the monitor, you put on the mask for Golden Freddy. After this, click Helpy if he's there. He has a chance of appearing every time you put up your monitor. Also, if he's there, flashlight Nightmare BB. Also, you always want to have your cursor positioned on the far left side of the screen for Nightmare on. Then you have to continuously flip up the camera, flip down the camera, put on the mask for Golden Freddy, and close the vent door for BB or JJ. So what you're doing here is collecting Faz coins, which are required to buy a death coin, which is where you went on to cam 2. Every time you block off an animatronic from the doors or click Helpy, you get a Faz coin, which is why the power-ups are so helpful. The power-up that makes you spawn with 3 Faz coins, which is a massive help. Once you get 10 Faz coins, there is the first RNG part. You need Shadow DD to spawn. Now on my run I was lucky enough to get her to spawn at 11 seconds, the earliest she can spawn. After 11 seconds, she has a chance of spawning every 10 seconds, so 11, 21, 31, 41, 51, and 1 minute and 1 second. Now because the strategy involves using the cam storm technique to stop the plushies, you need to be on cam 2 by 1 minute and 5 seconds. So while people can do it with 31 seconds or 41, the times you want are 11 seconds or 21 seconds, although 21 seconds is significantly harder to pull off. If you want to know the times where DD spawns her animatronics, I will link a video by DJ Stuff on Shadow DD and her animatronics. So I'll be covering the route if DD spawns at 11 seconds. So after you get 10 Faz coins, wait until about 24 seconds, then use the AC or the number 4 on your keyboard until it reaches 60 degrees again. Then quickly switch to the heater until the temperature reaches about 72 degrees. This will take care of the duct animatronics. Then use the AC to get to 60 degrees, as this will cool down the office and get rid of the third secret animatronic. Once all that is done, go to the music box and open the camera. This is the hard part. To start, close all your doors. Then you want to do this as fast as possible, because every half second you are on the camera, Toy Freddy has a chance of killing you to my knowledge. Buy the death coin and go to cam 6, Funtime Cove, and death coin Funtime Foxy and reset the ventilation. Also, you want to close the side vent for BB. After this, wait for Plushtrap to run away. Again, DJ Stuff made a really good video on the mechanics of these secret animatronics. The instant Plushtrap moves, go to cam 2 and flip down the camera, then open all the doors. You are now safe-ish. The next thing to know about is Foxy. The way that it works is the longer the Foxy plushie is on the desk instead of the Bonnie plushie, he'll move towards your office. First his legs, then his torso, and finally his head. Foxy is quite RNG related, but not as much as Toy Freddy. Every time you see Foxy on the table after death coining Funtime Foxy, you need to close the left and front doors and flip up and down the camera. Close the doors and hope the plushie is swapped. If it hasn't, try again, but don't get overwhelmed by everything else because you were concentrating on Foxy. Anyway, let's talk about cycles. Cycles when you have to reset the ventilation. You have about 15 seconds every time the red exclamation marks start showing up to reset the ventilation. After a while it becomes second nature, but what you have to do is close left and middle doors, position your mouse in the bottom right of the screen, flip up the camera, reset the ventilation, flip down the camera and open the doors. After every cycle of Foxy will usually be on your desk, so get ready to swap again, but you have to wait a few seconds because otherwise he has a lower chance of swapping, from my experience at least. Another big part is juggling music box, power gen, heater and AC. This is really hard to get to grips with, but is really helpful to learn. So your primary focus is the music box, and should be what you are using 90% of the time, until about 4 minutes and 10 seconds. So you want to use the AC when it gets to about 85 degrees. You should do this the first time it reaches 85 degrees after a cycle. After that, you want to use power gen 1 and fan space to cool it down every time it reaches about 70 degrees. For the remainder of the time, just use the music box. When you're about to do a cycle, use the heater for 2 seconds or so, then power gen, then back to music box once you finish the cycle. You really need to use the music box because Chica and the puppets make the constraints on the music box really tight. Anyway, when you get to about 4 minutes and 10 seconds, you want to change from power gen to music box every 5 seconds to preserve power and keep the puppet at bay. You can't do this any other time because this will only slow down the puppet, it won't stop her. After that, there's not really much else I can tell you, the rest is mostly just luck. I do strongly recommend looking at DJ Surf's videos, as he's made a ton of very specific and in-depth tutorials about every aspect of this mode. Anyway, thank you for watching, I hope my tips helped and some of you can give 50-20 mode a shot eventually.